Guess what? Contrary to popular belief, you don't actually have to work your life away suffering at a 9-to-5 until you're 65.
What? By the end of this video, we'll reveal the secret sauce to retire in less than 5 years by using our favorite thing to talk about, real estate. This isn't just a motivational video. This is an actual proven blueprint of financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom. Right now, as we speak, our students are heading to an early retirement from their job.
Most people believe that it takes years and years of scrimping and saving to hopefully someday retire from their jobs. With real estate, you can do that infinitely faster. We're gonna show you the exact blueprint to go from zero real estate to having enough to set you financially free forever.
Here's the skeleton structure of this process. It all starts with getting your very first duplex. Just one little property that once built upon properly can turn into an empire in less time than you think. Here's the model we're about to show you today. You're gonna buy one property per quarter in your first year, and each property you buy will be double the size of your last one. So, for example, we'll start with a duplex, which is 2 units. So close the first quarter of the year with 2 units. In the second quarter, your next purchase will be a quad, also known as a fourplex. This is 4 units under one roof. Both of these purchases are considered residential, and the complexity of those transactions is pretty low. It's a great place to start, to cut your teeth on closing a real estate deal, learning the ins and outs of building a team, getting funding, working with a property manager. So you close the second quarter with 2 properties totaling 6 units.
Now let's talk about money for a moment. Generally speaking, we shoot for about $150 to $200 per unit for cash flow, and that's monthly. For the purpose of this example, we're gonna go way conservative and say we will have monthly cash flow of $100 per unit per month. So at the end of 6 months, if you had 6 doors, you'd have worked your way to $600 a month in annual cash flow, and that's an extra $7,200 per year. Not bad. It's nothing that you're gonna retire on, but definitely enough to take an extra vacation with, or lease a new vehicle, or pay the monthly lease payment, or stick it in savings and let it accumulate. It's really your choice because you have options.
Okay, so now we're heading into the third quarter of the year. Time to double our property size. So our last one was 4 units. So our next one is gonna be 8 units. Now we've crossed over the real estate realm from residential to commercial multifamily. There's a little more of a learning curve there, but the great part is you've already closed on 2 deals in the past 6 months. So you've learned the majority of the process already. So now you're wrapping up the third quarter of year 1 of your real estate investing journey. You've purchased a duplex, a fourplex, and an 8 unit. Now you have 14 cash flowing units. That's awesome.
You're really gaining momentum now. Lenders are a lot more excited to talk to you now, and your real estate agents and brokers are excited to talk to you. Why? Because lots of people talk about wanting to do real estate, but they might even get up enough courage to call agents and brokers, maybe even lenders. But when you're brand new, these professionals are leery. Why is that? They're all paid based on commission, so your ability or inability to perform directly impacts their bank account.
When you're new, there's a lot of things you can do wrong. Not having any idea that it's even a problem. Some of those things can completely kill a deal. Or maybe something comes up that can be handled creatively, but when you're new, you don't quite know how to be creative and how to solve these problems. So lenders and agents are so much more excited to work with you once you've already closed a handful of deals because they know you've been through the process. You've likely encountered multiple challenges along the way, and you're likely a lot more savvy about how to work through issues that would shut a brand new person down. Now you have credibility.
Woo! Your confidence has also taken a major jump, and every single call you make is infinitely easier than it was just 9 short months ago when you were just a real estate investor newbie, or as our kids would say, noob. Okay, so what are we talking about financially? Continuing to use our $100 per door per month model, we're now looking at $1,400 per month in net spendable cash flow. It's $16,800 a year. And you created that in such a short period of time. So what's next? You got it. We're gonna go after a 16 unit building in the 4th quarter.
So you've now wrapped up your first year as a real estate investor. Following this model, you're confidently strutting into the new year, holding 30 cash flow rental units, bringing in $3,000 a month, $36,000 a year. That was my starting annual salary out of college. Now that has been a while, but that's net cash flow. Most likely you're gonna pay almost no taxes on that because of the depreciation expense that you get to claim. So that's more like making $45,000 at a job, but without having to go to a job.
Guys, let us know, when you retire, do you think you'd like to relax and chill, or will you you go stir crazy needing projects to keep you busy? Just leave your answer in the comments below. I know where I'm at on that one.
At this point, most investors now have the bug. It kind of turns into a low-key addiction. All you want to do is grow your balance sheet. And because you're doing it the right way, you're not dealing with tenants and toilets. That's what you have third-party professional property management for, which leaves you time to go after your next conquest.
There's really no reason you can't pick up your next one in the next quarter. But just to show you just how powerful this model is, let's say you take the next quarter off from buying any, and you pick up your next property in quarter 2. How many units is your next acquisition going to be? Our last one was 16 units.
That's right. You're now going for a 32 unit. So you're now 18 months into your journey, never having purchased any property before. And you're now the owner of 62 cash flowing units. Hot damn! That's $6,200 every month in net spendable cash flow, baby. That's nearly $75,000 coming into your bank account every year, regardless of whether you go to your job or sit at home in your chonies and your bunny slippers.
I love bunny slippers.
Now we're talking.
Though we aren't sitting back just scratching our left butt cheek, maybe our right one, we want more real estate. You can't even help yourself. You're like a shopaholic, but the items you want to buy are properties, and I get it. I truly do.
I always get a lot of stupid toys or a bicycle or clothes or something like that. What is it you want? Real estate.
So now we are stepping into the second half of year 2. And let's say we only buy one property during that 6-month period. Following the model, what's your next purchase size? 64 units. And everyone wants to work with you because you're a performer. You've done it. You've shown them. You're not one of the million people talking about wanting to do real estate. You're actually doing it.
You're one of the ones who stopped wishing and got to work, starting with just a duplex. And here you are, just 2 years in, and how many units are you up to at this point? Holy guac, 126 units. So you're now bringing in $12,600 per month in net cash flow, which is over 150 grand a year.
Did we start this video talking about showing you a blueprint for retiring within 5 years? Well, I know we always want more, but for most people, if they can hit $150,000 a year in net cash flow that they pay very little tax on, they can tell their boss to go kick rocks and just live off of their own cash flow. Sure, you'll probably buy more. At this point, it's not about necessity though. It's like your real life has turned into a Monopoly game, which is really fun. It's just fun.
And now you can afford to do things you couldn't afford in the past. Now you have financial freedom. And if you follow our model of remote investing and using professional management, you now have time and location freedom as well.
Thanks for watching. We want to tell you about this next video over here. How to leave your 9-to-5 job. Want to leave the rat race and establish a regular cash flow? Go check it out, and we'll see you next week.